Hey guys, this is Steven with High Country Air Rifle Association, and I wanted to bring you guys a quick video on something that I've actually been getting quite a few questions about. But before I do that, I gotta follow my wife's advice and tell you guys that if you like my videos, please make sure you hit the like button below and subscribe and follow me. It's all about getting followers and stuff, right? I guess not really, because for me it's all about shooting air rifles. But I love it and I just want to share it with you guys. So check this out. This is what I did. Yesterday I drove over 3 hours to go pick this thing up. Anybody has ever seen it or not, I'll tell you what it is right now. This is the Crosman Benjamin Trail NP, which stands for Nitro Piston, Mark II. They made one other version of this, and I believe that's why this is the Mark II. This is like the more tactical version. So I actually bought one of these years ago now. It's been probably right at 2 years ago I bought one, and I had this thing, and I'm just going to open this thing and show you right up from the box, guys, what you get when you purchase this thing. So I had this thing, and it is, for anybody that does not know, a .177 caliber break barrel air pistol. And you get this thing, your owner's manual, and I pulled this thing out of the box, mind you, 2 years ago, and I said, wow, that is a heck of a pistol, guys. Fit just over 15 inches right out of the box. It is a break barrel .177 caliber pistol. It comes with front and rear fiber optic adjustable sights. The front is stationary. The rear is adjustable by windage and elevation. And actually, I like this because it's more like kind of an iron sight switched over to the fiber optic, and it's a nice conversion there. But so what you get is you get this pistol here, and I had this thing, and it comes with this extender to help you to break it down, because they suggest that because it has a good bit of caulking force on it, that you want to just kind of bump it a little bit first to break open so that you can actually then proceed to caulking this thing. But so I had this thing a couple years ago, and I'm just in the backyard clinking, you know, having fun with it, and I'm like, man, this is a great pistol, besides from the trigger, because we all know if you've ever shot this thing, the trigger is terrible from the fact that this thing, it is heavy, 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 heavy. I'm not even going to guess. I'm going to say it's over 8 pounds, guys. It's heavy trigger. And when you're actually shooting this thing, the pull on it, the travel is so long, you're just kind of guessing, and waiting for it to snap. But anyway, so I had this thing, and I was just doing a lot of clinking with it, and I was like, man, what would just make this thing absolutely great? Because something was just missing there. The grip on it is great. It feels good it feels good in the hand. It's not incredibly heavy. It does have a healthy weight to it, but you know, it's a break barrel pistol. So what can you expect? And I was like, you know what would make it great? A butt stock. Boom! Adjustable butt stock, guys. And a lot of people have been asking me about this. They're like, oh, how did you get that on there, man? You know, I've seen other people that have done this, and I like the way you got this on there. Okay, and it's removable. Oh yeah, that's right. It's removable. It is not removable. So what I've done here is, and let me just tell you real quick, I made a steel sleeve here, and I custom cut it so that it just goes around and fits around the buffer tube here, and it also goes and it drops down and extends a little bit more below this steel sleeve that houses the piston in it. So what I've done was getting it connected to the actual piston was not, getting it connected to the stock and to the steel tube was not really difficult. It is actually just held in. I've got it tapped all the way through. There's that plastic stop, and it stops the piston. It holds that into this steel part here. And what I've actually done was just tapped all the way up into the plastic, and so that's what I have. Just one right good length screw that holds that whole thing in, so that will actually come right off, and it's then again in the pistol version. Okay. Now my issue here was getting it and keeping it attached to the plastic part here, because originally I had some screws going in. I wanted it to look nice and everything, and man, it would break off. It would, you know, strip out. The screws weren't holding up. So what I do, I resorted to some rivets, guys. I just put 4 rivets going around this thing, and it is absolutely, I mean, it is absolutely not going anywhere. This thing is tried and true. I've tested it. I broke one, so I know, you know, that it's no longer weak and it's good and where it needs to be. I'm glad this is my prototype, because now I have a new one that I plan to do the same thing with. I have me yet again another buffer tube in stock that I plan to mount right into this thing, and it's going to be much prettier, and it's going to have a better sling on it, and actual studs mounted and everything for the sling. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this video to you guys, man, for anybody that's been out there and curious about this thing. So, oh, and the trigger. Right, because that is another thing I need to mention before I forget. So when I did this thing, I used to have a meter to measure trigger pull on this until I broke it. Unfortunately, live and learn, right? But this thing, when I was messing with it before, and I had just quit, I left it alone after this, it was breaking just under a pound. And I have bump tested this thing to death, and it has never fired on me. Give it a cock, and I'll show you now. It's empty. I mean, absolutely nothing. And it has an extremely light trigger, guys, okay? So once you break this thing down here, you load your pellet in here. I found that this thing really likes Cro-Magnums. It may just be the barrel that's in this specific one, but I'm just going to give you an example with the pinky here, okay? How light this trigger is. I mean, it is absolutely light. Clean break. There's no travel on it. There's no guessing. Your finger goes on that trigger and you give it even the lightest squeeze, you're firing. But yeah, I just want to bring this to people because I really like this pistol here, and I plan to keep this one here unless, you know, money always talks, of course. But I plan to keep this one here because I really like this thing and I enjoy it, and I've taken it backpacking with me a little bit out into the Pisgah Forest shooting it, and it has been roughed up and it has been tried and true, guys. But yeah, so I just want to bring you this little video because I've had quite a few people that have been asking me about it, and actually I'm going to put it up for sale on eBay. And I'm going to take this one and I'm going to off a mock-up, off of what I've done here, off of my prototype, except it's going to look a lot better, it's going to be cleaner, and I'm gonna really enjoy having this thing for sure. So that's the end of my video, guys. If you have any questions, make sure you leave a comment. Again, I'm no professional videographer or anything. I'm new to this. This is actually just recording off my phone, but I love air guns, guys. And I've been to a couple shows, and I've met people like Chad and some other guys out there that are great, and these guys are really hardcore into it. You should follow their advice and listen to them. Not all of them, but get into it and explore the world of air guns, guys. The only bad question is the one you don't ask, really, right? So if you enjoy my video, again, make sure you like and subscribe below. The wife says I have to mention that in my videos, so I'm trying to work on my whole video thing here, guys. But if you like the video, please like and share, guys. All right, see you next time. If you have any questions, anything, leave your comments below. See you next time.